Welcome to the Really Randumb podcast with Colton Pettyjohn and Drew Bolden, the #1 podcast in the world. Well, there's got to be a misprint. Come back to me.
Welcome, everybody, to Really Randumb, the podcast, or the podcast Really Randumb, or really, what is it? Really,
honestly,
however you want to say it.
It's got Really Randumb. It's got podcasts in it. It's got the in it. That's how we do it. If only we had an air horn, because then it would match. Something would finally match the volume of my voice.
Yeah,
all the
shut
time.
the hell up. So, anyways, I want to start off by saying,
Wait a minute,
Mom, Grandma, Jen,
hey,
Jen.
you're getting there.
Sweetheart Jen, I kind of love your mom.
Okay, she's not married, so she's all yours.
Hey, Bill, you willing to share? So, avert your eyes, stop listening, because you already know it's about to get strange.
Sexy music. But hey, you know what? Honestly, you didn't have to say that this time, because Colton, I'm gonna make a deal with you right now. Okay.
With the devil?
Same thing.
You're making a deal with me,
so touch me. So I'm gonna try my hardest to not say too many cuss words.
Okay.
To talk about sex things.
Less or at all?
Or at all. I'm not gonna say anything sexual. I'm not gonna say more than like 3 things sexual.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to keep it PG-13.
Hey.
How's that?
Hey,
I can say ass. That's part of PG-13.
Yeah.
Because this one is one
challenge.
that I want to show to my family. This is going to be a good one. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that one?
Also, yeah, real quick too, on the last podcast, I don't want to say that I made a mistake.
You would never.
But I made a mistake and I spelled tattoos wrong because I'm an idiot. So Brandon, I'm sorry when I spelled BMAC tattoos. His hashtag is actually, or his at for Instagram is at BMAC_tattoos. And yes, there are 2 T's and 2 O's and then an S, not 1 T. I'm stupid. So Brandon, sorry. So here's the new one. It's probably already on the screen. But yeah, so I just wanted to apologize from that. And Colton, is there anything you would like to apologize for?
Yeah. So honestly, I would like to apologize. Well, first, before we jump into the quick hitters, I want to cover what we're going to cover in this episode. Okay. We're going to cover the freak out of the corona. And then push-ups as punishment. And then we also have a fanny pack segment with something special.
This is a special guest.
There's going to be a special guest.
As you saw last week.
And I don't know who it is.
Right. So I think at this point, the segment, the fanny pack seggy, is just going to be me surprising Colton with different people.
I love it.
Now, you may not know them because, yeah, they're nobody. And especially this next person is a nobody.
Rude. I don't know who it is, but rude.
But we love him. I was going to have Colton's dad, but he bailed on me. So thanks, Cecil. Yeah, so if you're watching this, go and love yourself.
Okay. He has better things to do with his life than just spend it with his son. Love you, so Cecil. I do want to apologize. In I believe episode 3, we took a huge dump on black coffee and LaCroix.
Oh, no. Oh!
And the other night I went out and I had drinks with a friend.
Honestly, they're still disgusting, and I don't know what Colton is about to say. So we would never go back on what we said.
Well, I had drinks with a friend, and I didn't want a drink with like any sugar.
Oh, no.
And so I was like thinking, well, I normally get like vodka Sprite or rum and Coke or whiskey Coke or something like that. But I was like, I don't want any sugar. And I was like, you know what?
Don't you dare.
I want to try vodka LaCroix.
No!
With a lime. And I got to say.
Is that dramatic?
It tastes, it's fine. It's good enough to drink.
I'm out.
See, and that's the thing. So I'm not saying it's great. And the person that I was with, she was like, you are a hypocrite. And I was like, no. When you drink alcohol, let's be honest. You're not always drinking alcohol for the flavor. You're drinking to feel things, feel good.
Or to lose feelings about other stuff. Yeah, I got you.
I drink to forget. And so I was wanting to relax and unwind after a long day, and so I'm not saying it's the greatest drink in the world, but I almost got a 12-pack of LaCroix when I was at the store.
Oh, I would have thrown it away.
And
well, wait, which LaCroix was it? Like what flavor?
It was lime.
So it like tasted like water that someone held a lime.
Squirt with lime.
They like poured the water over the lime.
Yeah.
And that water that hit the lime fell into the can.
Yeah.
And that's what it tasted like. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still not saying it's great.
I'm pissed.
And I told you in the episode that I'd probably end up drinking it. I'm not saying I'm going to like it, but I'm drinking it because I don't want to drink soft drinks, and so it's a replacement.
Why are they called soft drinks anyway?
I don't know, because they're kind of rough. They're kind of hard on you.
Hard drinks. Oh, because hard drinks are.
Liquor.
I almost
Thank
did,
you.
But Jesus will be here. Actually,
Is that our guest? Oh, that would be awesome.
I got him. Actually,
he was pretty booked, but
you know what? He is, and he will. And he does. Okay. I don't know. King of King, Lord of Lords. And then, yeah, really quick, too. Another hitter. We have our first fan art, Colton Pettyjohn.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah.
Like
Did you know? You told me that we had it, but I'm retelling you that.
What?
So, big shout out to Dade Manley.
Yes.
Dade, the Gatorade Manley. Dade Marmalade, as I call him.
Dade Marmalade.
He hates it. Marmalade. The best part about this is I said I didn't want to be sexual, but on this, so it's not me.
It's Dade's fault.
Dade, yeah. I also thought that a 2-year-old drew this, but no, he is a teenager. And I'll show you. I'll have to like. Here, I mean, you can't really see it too well, but I'm gonna like superimpose it and scan it and put it on the thing. Okay. But basically, he drew Colt Easy, pointed it. That's him. He drew Drew Winnie. I don't understand what that means. Maybe whiny because I whine all the time.
Yeah.
And he gave me a pink shirt and a rainbow belt.
Yes, I love that when I saw that. And then he gave me a yellow shirt.
Yeah.
I love yellow.
Yep.
He gave me my little wristband, of course. He put my hat on, my black hat that I always wear.
You got tattoos on there too?
Oh, yeah, he's got a little... And then
your shirt
my shirt says, I love Dade. It's kind of creepy.
Because you're 14.
Gonna go to jail for that.
Yeah.
And then he also... he put hair on my legs, which I really thought was a good touch.
I think he gave me capris. What the hell's going on here? Oh, I have a middle finger. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, he put Nala girl.
Oh,
Nala girl.
And under your mic stand. Oh, you have all your stuff on your mic stand.
Hey,
under your mic stand that says tape measure, and there's a notch at the 6-inch mark, which is a lie. And then under mine, it says tape measure, and there's a notch at 3-inch. So. Again, you're lying. That's way too big for me.
The problem is, I feel so, Shelley Durwood, I'm so sorry because he totally has our sense of humor now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's our fault. So I apologize for the tape measure. We are bad influences.
I don't know if it's entirely our fault. Have you heard the words that they say around him?
Well, yeah. But I don't think Shelley talks about how little her wiener is.
I think she's probably doing all right. Yeah. And then apparently we have a little child in our basement, and this kid says, "I'm hungry." So not only do we have a child in the basement, it's hungry, and we never feed it. And last but not least, there's a poster behind us that says, "Dade is our favorite," in all caps, which we're definitely going to get that now.
Yeah, we got to get it.
We're going to put it up there on Colt Easy. That's good. Here, I'm going to hang this up.
Yeah. So that's
great. Dade,
thanks for the fan art.
Thank you. Yes.
Hey, if you want to submit your fan art and you're 14 years old or of any age, feel free to send it. I'm not going to give our address over the video, but we live in Texas, so you got to edit that out.
This is baloney.
I love that.
I don't care. That's fine. Also, really quick too. Pablo Picasso. We talked about art. We talk about art quite a bit on this podcast. We are art majors.
We talk about art a lot.
Oh, I'm lying.
Oh yeah, we do. We're cultured.
Yeah. We talk about art and stuff. So when do you think Pablo Picasso was around? Like what years? Do you have any idea? If you had to guess, when do you think he was running around painting?
I don't know. I have no idea. I legitimately.
Do you have any guess?
No, for some reason I feel like it's like a long time ago,
Okay.
like a couple hundred years ago.
Okay,
But I have no idea.
Yeah, honestly, no guess is a bad guess, and I bet you're gonna get it right.
Okay, I would say like in the 1700s.
Close. That's very close. He died in 1973. Yeah, Pablo Picasso died in 1973. He was born in I swear to you, he was born in 1890 something, and he died 1973. And I'll show you, and I'll pull it up because I saw this and I went,
feel like an
"What?"
idiot.
No, I know. I was like, he was around in the 1500s or some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I
you're
did
getting
it.
good.
I did it. No, homeboy died in 1973.
Dude, that's nuts.
I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah. So Pablo Picasso, thought he was running around. I thought he was running around with the guy who cut his ear off. Mozart. Who cut his ear off?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Were they
yeah,
not?
Yeah.
They weren't around the same time, huh?
No.
Wow.
Pablo-
I'm an idiot. I know nothing.
Pablo Ruiz Picasso, born October 25th, 1881, died April 8th, 1973.
Jeez.
I know. What
crazy.
the heck is that? Did anybody know that? I didn't.
I'm sure they all know that, and they're all like, "You guys are idiots."
No,
of course.
there's
This is
no
what
way.
We learned in art class.
No, everyone
we
thinks he
paid
was.
attention in art class.
Yeah. See, obviously we talk about art all the time. All right, Colton. Do you want to tell me what is wrong with our generation?
Okay. I know what you. Okay. So I'm gonna start off by so I'm repping the Cowtown. Well, it says like the Cowtown Marathon. I did not run the marathon. I just ran the 10K. It was my first ever organized run. And well, hold on. So I want to start it at the very first picture.
Oh, okay.
I put them in order.
Oh, that was the first one.
No,
one?
it should. Okay, so go to that.
This thing or
No,
this?
the next one.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
So I put them in order from
Got you.
CT1
Okay.
to CT16. So my first ever organized run, I was kind of nervous about it. I've been running quite a bit for a long time. It's very therapeutic for me. I really enjoy running. And I had a friend, Tiffany, who said that she was going to run the 10K.
What up,
and
Tiff?
then Tiffany. And then Elena, our other friend, Elena, that's our buddy Kyle's wife.
What up, Elena?
They said they were going to run. So I was like, okay, well, I want to do it. Well, first of all, it starts at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So I had
impossible.
to wake up at 5.
Sounds awful.
And I drove there, got there at like 6 or something like that. So getting ready for the race. And I see an old friend, which was really cool. I hugged her and I got to see her after the race. Heather, she's awesome. So anyways, I'm getting ready. They set us up in corrals. There are several corrals. And apparently they set you up in the corrals by how fast you say you're going to run. And I don't know if that's true.
Did you lie?
No, I said I wanted to run it in under 50 minutes. And so they put me in corral 1.
With
which
the
I guess
fast
is
people?
Yeah, I guess that's the fast people. I don't know. But so I went in there. It's jam-packed. It's a very big area. There's a ton of people, and it's jammed in there. So I'm not really at the front. I'm kind of far back.
There's a little kid back there.
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of kids running it.
do
A
they let
lot of kids
kids-
in front.
Why do they let
Of me.
kids do anything?
I know.
Like, keep them at home.
They ruin everything. So, anyways, so it starts at 7, and I start going, and it's pretty cold. It's like in the high 30s or 40s.
I'll put these pictures up in order. Don't worry.
Yeah. So in the first picture, you can see it's at the very beginning of the race, and I have my hood up, and I'm running. And I'm running with my phone in my hand because my pockets, it won't really fit in my pocket, or it'll like bounce out. And I don't have like one of those arm things that some of those people have. And I like to change the music or whatever. I actually listened to a podcast for most of the race. And so this is the first one. There's another one. If you go to the next one, it's so I'm kind of in the background. The guy in front of me kind of like,
Dude, he's so straight. Look at your
getting
prance, though.
that.
You're like in the air. Like, hello.
Yeah. So
look at
actually-
these calves, dude. Golly.
These pictures, you can tell they're at the beginning of the race because I actually looked semi photographical. What is it? photogenic.
Hey, remember, we're art
Ah.
majors, so photographer is fine.
Yeah. So I look decent, you know?
Well-
and so the majority of the race in the middle, there are no cameras to be found, which is fine. I'm not really paying attention to that. We're running through neighborhoods, which is really cool. There's a lot of people in the neighborhoods at 7 in the morning with signs. There's kids going like, hey, you guys are doing great. And surprisingly enough, like that kind of stuff got me going. Like it made me want to run faster.
So you saw a sign that
Not
was
little
like,
kids. I thought you were going to say like...
no, I said, everyone can listen. No, I thought you were going to like say, you saw a sign that said, way to go, Deborah, #1. You're like, thank you.
No, they didn't. They weren't shouting out anyone specific. They were just people that lived there that were there to support.
Oh.
And
I'm a bad friend. I didn't go and do that.
no, it's fine. It was 7 in the morning. I would not expect you to or ask you to. But I did.
Good.
I did give you the tracker, and you did not track me. So that's cool.
It was 7 in the
you're right,
morning.
you're right. So running through the neighborhoods, there are a couple areas where they give you water. And so I run up and grab water every once in a while. And one of the signs said, red cup is Gatorade, green cup is water. You can see where this is going.
Yep. What an idiot.
I wanted water because I did not need Gatorade. It was one of the last stops. There was about a mile left. And so I went to go grab it and I drank it and it like went up my nose and it was Gatorade. And I was like, what is this trash? So this is towards the end of the race and you can see me and I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. I'm like, just really, but hey, this is genuine. This is real. This is like at the essence of like, this is almost like someone taking a picture of you when you're throwing up. You know, that's the real, this is you at your essence.
Why didn't you do that?
Throw up?
Yeah, that would have been a picture I would have wanted to see. Also, if I'm texting in the middle of this, I'm not being rude to Colton. I'm trying to get or trying to arrange something that's going to happen later and you'll see. Go ahead, Colton.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine. No worries. So then the next one is a pretty similar picture of me kind of struggling. My eyes are closed and I'm just like
narcolepsy.
Which is weird because I breathe in through my nose. So I don't know what's going.
This was the one where you're about to vomit. That
Yeah,
was
it was getting towards the end. You can see the rails are set up so you can tell like this is towards the back half where we're getting back to civilization. There's a lot of areas where you're going through the neighborhood and you're going through kind of park areas and stuff like that. So this, you can tell this is towards the end. So
was it a big circle like you came back to where you started?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so
obviously I've never run one of these, so I don't know.
So I think if we go to the next one,
okay.
You can see, and there's a little pain on my face.
Yep.
We're continuing on. We're getting close. You can see people lining up.
Oh, there's the
towards
Deborah
the
sign.
end. Yeah. Hey, go Deborah. So towards the end, about a quarter mile left, more pain. I changed from the podcast to my favorite song to end a run on, and it's called "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. And it starts out, if you ever heard the song, it starts off slow and it's kind of methodical and he's just talking about his life and all that stuff. The first minute and a half is just kind of piano and all that kind of stuff. And then you get about a minute in or something like that and he just goes in. And when he goes in, that's when I start to sprint. And anytime, no matter where I am or how much energy I have, when that song ramps up, I just go. It just gives me the energy. I don't know what it is, but I just like start sprinting. So, you know, he says, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. And I was just like, yeah, let's get it. And I was flying past people. People were losing energy. And I was just like, let's kill it. I don't care if I die at the end of this race. I want to end strong. And so as I'm running, I'm just like trucking and I'm just doing this and my finger slips and hits the back button. Oh. And it goes all the way back to the very beginning of the song. And I'm like, no, I had the momentum. We gotta go. So I look down at my phone to rewind the song.
Is that this one right here?
And you can see this picture. I'm looking down at my phone going, no. So I'm not even kidding you. For the next, almost till the end of the race, the whole time I'm trying to move it back. And every time, you know, on the opening screen of your phone, you can like press the little dot and drag it forward.
Yeah. If you
I
have it
kept
locked.
trying to drag it forward, and every time it would go here, it would start over. I was like, why is this happening? And I was like, oh no, it's probably because my hands are sweaty, and so it's probably not like registering.
You should have just stopped.
And so the whole time, these next several pictures are all pictures of me looking at my phone as I'm crossing the finish line. So I the people taking these pictures are like, see, this is the problem with millennials these days. They can't even race without being on their phone. He's probably checking Twitter to see if anyone's tweeting about him, how good he's doing in the
or if his friend is tracking his progress, which he wasn't.
And so there are so many. We've got a couple of pictures here. It's a broad view with the cow town across, and you can see all the people trickling in, and you can just see me staring down at my phone. I just totally ruined some great picture opportunities. And this is my first race. So excited to get these pictures to see how I look, and they are all terrible. So,
letting us all down.
But then I got a picture at the end where this lady's like, "Hey, you want to pose for a picture?" And so I was like, "Yeah."
And
I still look like a dingus. So.
No, you look good, man.
Thank you.
No, man, you look really good. Is it? Oh no!
It's so bright.
You look good.
She does not know how to white balance. But anyways,
what an idiot. Never taken a picture before. What a dummy. Okay, you know what, Colton? We were going to wait to do this segment until later.
Yeah.
But the person is ready and willing to go. Now, let me get up and turn on their camera.
Okay.
But why don't you just go ahead and open that fanny pack and see what you're supposed to say to get them in here.
Said person.
All right, let me set up the camera. All right, Colton. So what did you pull out right there, buddy? What does it say?
Okay. So it's set. Do you want me to just go ahead and yell it?
Yeah, you can yell it.
Person who's better than me, please join us.
Da, da, da,
Go on.
da, 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 you see Cecil Petty John.
You lied to me. You said he wasn't coming.
I did lie. So
when I saw his shoes, I was like, wait, those are my shoes. Did someone go in and put my shoes on?
I did.
So the thing that sucks is my
headphones
light is right here, and I can't see the beauty that it. Well, I can kind of see you. I just have to make sure you're on. As long as you're in front of the lens.
Is this me?
That's you.
Okay, I gotta make sure I don't get my bald spot.
Your one bald
Well,
spot?
you may just want to walk back outside.
Why didn't you wear a hat like me? This is the reason why I wear a hat, because I can cover it up.
I can't hide it.
Yeah, you can.
Well, Cecil, seriously, thank you for doing this. I reached out to him, gosh, 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And awesome. I was like, if we're gonna have anyone on this podcast, or if we're gonna start bringing people on, gotta have my one true love, Cecil Pettyjohn. So
thanks for joining us, Dad.
You bet.
I didn't think you'd be brave enough because I know you don't listen, and you shouldn't.
No, I do. I
so-
do listen to some of it.
yeah. So
I
I
don't
told
listen
him.
to all of it.
Also, you're probably gonna hear Nala and Whiskey
okay.
because
Get down.
She loves me.
She does.
Greg.
It's like, Greg, take care.
Greg, take him out.
So, wow. What do we talk about? I don't even know.
So here is I had Cecil prepare.
He looks so nervous.
A monologue.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous.
I had him prepare a monologue.
I have like 7 viewers now.
Hey!
Whoa.
So-
We got more than
eight
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We have
Double digits.
Our last one is doing pretty well, and I don't want to brag, but we're better than everyone now. I actually had him read a song, and he's going to sing it off. I'm kidding.
Oh, I was
Cecil,
like, what?
do you want to start with? Actually, just hit us with one of the stories, and then we'll. It's honestly the
you're
only
telling a
reason.
story?
The only reason I want people on here is to embarrass Colton, and I believe that is what this handsome gentleman's going to be doing.
I would not go so well, maybe.
About the handsome part or embarrass Colton.
No. Yeah, the handsome part.
He gets it after his dad. So okay, go.
Okay, so if my recollection is right, the two of you really met in band in middle school.
Yeah, well, so
Kind
actually
of.
we were on the basketball MYBA team.
Yeah. But I mean,
That
you
was
kind of
several years. That was like second, third grade.
yeah, but you kind of bumped into each other friendship-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We realized our full potential was with each other.
Right. So, Colton's in band. He's in percussion with Drew.
What a nerd.
Followed in his big brother's footsteps. Your sister followed after you, in fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone- we were all drummers.
Someone is calling me
family.
and buzzing my butt. Oh, it's my daughter trying to FaceTime.
Oh, tell her she's not important at the moment.
I would love to see her.
So
Yeah. She's next.
now his mother and I thought Colton was a very good percussionist. Very good percussionist.
That's where they were wrong.
But the band directors determined he was not the best percussionist.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, they're
So if he
stupid.
couldn't
I
be
hate
the best percussionist, best thing to do is date the best percussionist.
Ooh.
It wasn't you, Drew.
It wasn't me? Oh.
It also
Oh,
got you an
yeah.
invite to a quinceanera.
It did.
Oh,
My first
oui,
ever
oui.
quinceañera. And to be honest with you, I've had a thing for Latin women ever since.
Latinas.
So, Latinas.
How did
So-
that first marriage work out? Was she Latina?
She was
Okay, that's why it didn't work.
very white.
See, told you.
He was transparent. Okay. Well, that's not really that was just where you guys met. So where we kind of realized who Drew was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And yeah. Well,
You're still. I'm still apologizing to
okay.
this day.
So he asked some stories about you growing up.
Yeah.
So one that always hops up
Okay.
in the
So nervous.
he's 10 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actually his 10th birthday party
Oh yeah.
in Colorado.
I wasn't invited. I'm pissed.
I know where this
So-
is going. God. Stephanie just brought this up the other day when I was in Oklahoma. This was brought up, but go ahead.
So, and unfortunately, y'all were on vacation. I wasn't even there. I didn't get to experience this firsthand.
What's
You
the point?
weren't?
What's the
I
point
was
of
not
even
even
going
there.
if you're not
I know.
there?
I know.
My memory's the worst.
I
don't remember
quit.
that.
So anyway, he's opening his presents, and he opens a present from his mom,
Oh, that's nice.
and it is
Your mom loves you so much.
yeah,
you got
yeah,
your present.
Yeah.
and it's in the shape of a lightsaber.
Oh, cool. You
Yeah,
got a
okay.
lightsaber?
It was when some of the new Star Wars
yeah,
movies
yeah,
were coming out.
the second
Nice.
generation or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets it's in the shape of a lightsaber,
Ooh.
and it's underoos in the shape of a lightsaber.
Oh,
It's a lightsaber, and there were all underwear in there.
So
Tidy
We
whities to top it all off. That's
So-
what I wore
well,
at
I
the
mean,
time.
but they did have Star Wars on them and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So and that's everybody's wearing the characters. We thought it was a cool
Yeah.
present.
So you could still use a lightsaber, but it wasn't an actual lightsaber?
No.
So he opens it and proceeds to start crying.
I'm bawling my eyes out. I was so upset. I was like, this is what I got for a present on my birthday. I got underwear?
Well,
I don't care if it's Star Wars or not.
fortunately,
Such a baby.
fortunately, as an adult, he's gotten over it.
I don't know.
I still cry about
I'm
it
about to say,
sometimes.
he's crying right now.
Well, those
Are you wearing the
No.
Listen,
Are you wearing any
Unfortunately,
underwear?
I am.
Okay.
the years of therapy were worth it. So
Yeah.
he's past it now. But now, to be fair,
I was so upset.
but but to be fair,
Why would you do that to him, Cecil?
Well, it was his mom's fault.
Angie!
I wasn't
Angie
there.
is a saint. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
right.
not here now, and she's, he's
Throw her under the
not-
bus.
She no longer with us?
No.
But to be fair, the reason he was so upset by that is he had come to expect more extravagant gifts than his siblings.
You think you're better than them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you
So-
aren't.
His mom and I were thinking the other night.
Angie.
Yes, we moved to Fifth Street.
Angie is your mom, right? Is that
Yeah,
confirmed?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I birthed him, but she's the mom. So
Ouch.
we went to the house on Fifth Street, and you got a TV with a built-in VHS
VHS.
player.
Ballin'. That's big money.
I'm pretty sure Hunter got like toothpaste that year. I don't know.
Was it like every
Definitely
year
got a-
one of the kids got
So-
a good gift?
No.
Oh.
Every year, Colton got the good gift.
Nice.
I mean,
He was the first one to get Xbox, and he let his brother play it sometimes.
Wait, how did you the 360?
No, just the regular Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
You let these heathens play video games, Cecil?
I have to work sometimes. I can't control them all the time.
Yeah.
So that's mom's fault. So keep in mind, Colton is the middle child. So Hunter was the oldest. He got to do everything first. He got to go to Australia. So that is one thing you didn't get to do.
Ah, oui.
So yeah, they did that too there. the daughter is the youngest, plus she's the only daughter. She's the baby. She gets spoiled. She gets her way.
Yeah.
And then there's a poor middle child complex,
Yeah.
which apparently his mom bought right into.
Oh yeah.
So she felt so bad that he was the middle child that
she overindulged the crap out of him. And years later,
that's why
we find out, Drew,
sorry,
that our middle child was convinced he had cancer.
I promise. They were always so nice to me that I was like, I got like some terminal disease.
Oh, what an idiot! You don't have cancer, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What were those pea pebbles that you had? Maybe that was cancer coming out.
I don't know.
Cecil, did you hear about Colton's pea pebbles?
Yeah, he was more than happy to talk about it. I tried to stop him.
Yeah, and the lady that told you your results about not having sexually transmitted diseases, which Cecil we only learn about on the internet. We don't do that. She told everyone in the waiting room.
So that was great. But
hey, Colton, you're clean.
but she, I was about to say something. Oh, but yeah, I definitely loved. I loved going to the store with my mom. When it was just my mom, we would go to the grocery store, and
rude,
if
Cecil.
mom was like, "Hey, do you want to go to the grocery store?" And I'm like, "Is it just you, or is Dad going?" Like, no, he's still at work. Like, yeah, I'll go.
Wow!
Because I knew I would be able to get something out of it. I would get candy or something at the end.
You're like, you know what? This cancer thing isn't too bad.
I'm gonna ride this thing on out as long as I can.
Till I exit.
Okay, so which will be in like 2 minutes. So, like, how did you convince the smart one over there that he didn't have cancer?
Well,
Or did you? Did you just let him?
No.
I still don't know if I have cancer. Maybe
This was years later. We didn't tell. You were teens, or late teens or later, maybe 20s.
Yeah.
When you told us that.
Yeah. It was a long time. I was like, guys, I seriously thought I had something wrong with me.
Dang it! I wish I would have known, because the whole time at school I would have been like, "Yeah, hey Colton, we can jump to the front of the line, man. It's fine. The lunch lady said we could because of your condition. Because they love you so much."
Yeah.
Well,
do you have anything else? Or sorry, I cut you off again
No,
I do
go
your
ahead.
son. I was just gonna say, do you have any other? Do you have another? Was there another story we talked about? I don't remember if we did, because my memory's failing.
Well, if yours is, think about mine.
I mean, you're in your 90s.
Honestly, he was a pretty good kid.
Oh, now we know he's lying. Your memory is failing.
You know, for a guy with cancer, I would have thought he'd have gone a little crazier. I will say, there was one time, Hunter's 21st birthday, 21st birthday.
Great. Yeah. 21st birthday.
This is the best, is watching you go. Yeah.
Was he there?
No, he was not there.
Hunter wasn't, or I wasn't.
You weren't there. Jordan, Mock, and or a couple other buddies. I don't remember
who else. So you're at Buffalo Wild Wings, and
wow. I like wings, guys.
Wings.
I don't like that.
It's Hunter's birthday, and he's legally old enough to drink. So he got his very first drink that night.
Very first.
Very
nice.
first one.
Never.
Yeah.
And so they're buying shots and sliding them over to Colton, who's 18, 19 at the time.
Yeah. No, 19.
Okay, something like that.
I just turned 19.
So fortunately, after he realized, or somebody realized, he'd had enough that he didn't need to be on the road.
You?
Yeah. I
So
was in Cedar
You
Hill.
love shots too. You love them.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was driving a little Jewel that had, from time to time, had running issues.
Was this the Civic?
No. This
the
was
Bronco.
the Blazer.
Baby. No.
The Blazer.
Blazer,
89
sorry.
Blazer.
Yeah, that thing was a beast.
I love that thing.
Who didn't drive that thing?
Yeah, I know. And so
I'll put a
they
picture up.
call and say, hey, the Blazer won't start. So we're going to leave it up here at B-Dubs, and, we'll come back for it later, whatever. And I don't know, did y'all go back and get it, or did I go up there and it started and let you go, or the next day or something?
No, I went back up and got it.
It wouldn't start because you were drunk?
Yeah. So,
Nice.
Hey, listen, I'll take that every day.
Yeah.
That's a lie I could live with, and I was happy he told, because I didn't want him. That was our big rule.
Honestly,
if you're going to be stupid enough to drink when you're out somewhere,
that's
then
our
walk home.
mouse thing.
So we didn't do the whole drink driving thing. We were real big about that. Get somewhere, if you're gonna drink, but don't get on the road.
Yeah, and this reminds me of another story, and I don't know if I may be breaking news to you. I can't remember.
Oh yes, please.
Well, wait a minute. But to back up for a second, talking about breaking news, I didn't find out about that until a year or two later, and your brother brings it up, not realizing I didn't know about it.
Great, thanks.
You
Hunter.
guys have busted new ground a few times that back doorway before. Whoa, back door.
Tell
Whoa,
on each other sometimes. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
So what are you breaking news now about?
Well, so and unfortunately you weren't there because you went to go see a Jeff Dunham concert. But prom night, went to prom with a bunch of people. We were all in a limousine, and that night, as soon as the prom was done, it took us back to Taylor Parker's house. Our friend Taylor Parker, she's awesome, and her parents.
She's handsome.
Let everyone that was in the limo stay the night, but we had to promise to give our keys to them. And
oh no!
At the beginning of the night, my plan was to come home or go to their house and go over to my friend Libby's house and kind of have like an after party over at her house. Well, my car didn't start, and it legitimately didn't start. And so I was like, I was really upset because I really wanted to go over to Libby's house and hang out with a bunch of them. And so I was kind of upset, but I ended up staying the night there because my car legitimately didn't start. So I ended up staying the night there, gave them my keys, and had a couple of drinks, stayed up all night long, never went to sleep. There was a bunch of people there. Most people went to sleep. The next morning was a Sunday, I believe, and you came and picked me up. And I think we towed the car home or something, or maybe we got it started. I can't remember. But as we go to pick the car up, Bryce Emery, our buddy Bryce, comes outside to take the trash out, and there's beer cans and beer boxes and all that stuff. And I was like, Dad, don't kill me. But yeah, like you said, didn't. Well, I was originally not going to drink, period, that night. But since I stayed there, I was like, oh, I'll have a couple drinks.
So, Cecil,
wasted.
Yeah. At what point in your life did you realize that you have one failed son, and that's Colton, because he drank before he was 21? Did you know this, Cecil? I didn't drink until my 21st birthday, and by that I mean I drank about a month before my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you believe that?
He would not drink with us. Which is he?
I always said, you know what, guys, I'll pick you up, I'll drive you home, but they never called me because they would drink at someone's house, and by that I mean they had water there.
It's probably a good thing that you didn't drink before you're 21. You probably wouldn't still be here.
You wouldn't be able to handle it as an 18-year-old.
I think I would have. I don't know. I can take care of myself.
Can you?
Yeah.
They got Coronas kicking in.
Actually, that's first step is admitting you have a problem. Yeah.
Well, anyway, that was Cecil. Seriously, thank you for doing this.
Hey, listen, if the worst thing my son ever did was become friends with Drew, that's not so bad.
I don't know. That's pretty bad.
Drew, I'm kidding. You know you're the son I never wanted.
I am also my parents that as well, so that's good. All right, Cecil, now get out.
All right, love you guys.
Seriously, thank you. Love you.
Are you just leaving?
Come on, give me a sip.
Corona.
Not you.
Are you going home?
Well, we're gonna finish this and then we. Oh. Well, are you? Yeah.
Well, you're kicking me out, right?
Well, yeah, just out of the room.
You can stay.
No, I'm just saying bye on the broadcast.
Oh, I thought you were just leaving. I was like, no, you don't go.
No, he's hanging. He's got to hang with Greg for a second.
I'm gonna go rage in the fridge and get wasted.
We have one Bartles and James in there for you.
All right,
yeah, just for you.
That's Cecil PP. Don't ruin our thing.
Oh my gosh, it's coming apart.
It's fine.
Oh Lord,
it's fine. Well, we only have like 20 minutes left on the podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyways, but
it's fine.
One thing about my dad, so they never drank alcohol growing up. So it was extremely foreign to see people or people's parents, or especially people's parents that I went to church with, drink. I thought as a Christian you were not allowed to drink at all. Like you weren't even allowed to have a beer at dinner. And so when I was in high school, I think I was like 18 or something like that. One night I see my parents brought home a 4-pack of Bartles and James. And it was
Cecil.
It was the fuzzy navel kind.
Ooh.
They split a bottle between the two of them.
Oh boy.
And then for this next 9 months, those 3 other bottles stayed in the fridge, maybe longer than that. And I don't even know if they ever drank them. They just had one. I was like, man, you guys have self-control. Don't go
Yeah.
crazy over
You-
there. Jeez.
Partiers over there. I don't know how they didn't die of alcohol poisoning. What is it? What is it, Bartles and James? Like 3.5%?
I think if you drank like 72 Bartles and James, you may get like a sugar buzz. Not even like a alcoholic buzz, just like so much sugar. So
They partied at the Petty Johns. Mm-hmm. You heard of a party every weekend? It was at the Petty Johns.
yes, sir.
And by that I mean there never was. They never invited me over.
There also was one time where I think I saw my mom drink like half of a margarita. And
Angie!
she was silly.
Wow.
Like she was just so giggly. I was like, Mom.
Wait, wasn't it at your birthday? At the Mexican food place?
I think it was it at what's that place called?
Papacitos.
whatever.
It was the one that you didn't want to go to.
You sit out. Oh no. What did she have something?
I thought she did. She's
don't remember.
honestly, she's gone off the deep end since.
Yeah, she was going
it
crazy.
was-
Well,
Angie, we're here, Grandma. We'll find you the help that you need. Just kidding. Angie's a saint. an angel.
Speaking of, and this is a joke that I know.
Yes, I'm
you
ready.
and I love, and this is the best joke because it's so original and no one has ever said it. But speaking of alcohol, coronavirus.
Oh!
So guys, again, if you've ever heard the podcast, you know that we don't think you saying, dude, tonight I'm going to go home and get some coronavirus live. That's not funny.
We hate you already. There's not a single human being in the world that I like.
Honestly, I think this podcast is just all about talking about how much we hate
You're not excluded.
Yeah, no, I hate myself. No, you hate me.
Yeah.
Is what you were.
I also hate myself.
Cool.
We wanted to talk about the coronavirus because obviously everyone and their grandmother and their stepmom are talking about it, and ex-wife. They're all talking about it.
In fact,
go.
So today I saw a thing, and so this is probably going to come out. Oh, this is going to come out next Monday.
You're coming out?
So we know I'm coming out of the closet next Monday. So book it on your calendars,
Get
guys.
ready.
Ready for the parade.
The podcast number 11.
I'm going to be.
Well,
the
you
guy
already
with
know how
the
to flip a flag, so
So
that was close. I almost slipped.
So they announced that on Thursday, which is tomorrow, they will. The NBA is deciding whether or not they are going to continue the season without fans. So they're going to have games without fans. And the Seattle Mariners have already said that the first 7 games they're going to play without fans because of the coronavirus, because everyone's freaking out over the coronavirus.
Are the Mariners any good?
I don't know. Actually, I mean, the season hasn't started yet. So
Oh, well, I was going to say if
Don't
they
know.
suck, then they're probably not going to play in front of fans anyway.
I wonder how. So they're gonna you're gonna lose a lot of money in like sales and ticket sales and stuff like that. How do you recoup that? Do you think that they raise the prices of all the other tickets the rest of the year?
I have no idea.
Are they? You know, with this pandemic, it could spread to where we can't even have sports at all because it's so much.
And then we can start our own league.
Yeah.
And no one will go to that, but we won't have any fans anyway, so it's not like we won't lose any money.
So
No one's going to show up anyway.
I know that, you know, stuff like this is scary with like the swine flu and what was it, the bird flu, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I know that's kind of scary, but let's calm down until we have zombies trying to eat my face off. And I grabbed my neck, so that didn't make any sense.
My neck.
No.
Can't sing it like that.
But until that happens, let's calm down, guys. People get sick, and most people, if you get this and you're our age and you're in pretty good health, you're gonna be fine. If you're in your 80s and you have a disease or something or a pre-existing condition, you maybe die. But if that's the way that you die, then
It was your time.
then die.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. Well, I wish that too. So like, what did I see? Something like 99.9% of people who get coronavirus under the age of 80 have been treated, or 99.9999999. Like, there's been 14 deaths in America, and that's it. 14.
Yeah.
And they already had other illnesses, so they're not. It was like less than a 1% kill rate or whatever the heck that is. Also, if you're so scared about corona, do you remember when Ebola was a thing?
Oh, dude, yeah. I feel like Ebola, people were like bleeding out of their eyes and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really remember all of it, but it was a very aggressive, terrifying disease. And I was like, that I was scared of because I was like, I don't, because it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or whatnot. Like, it could take you down no matter what.
Yeah. Do you hear about Ebola cases anymore? No.
Yeah.
How about this? How about the Zika virus?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Went out of the window as fast as it came in. Remember Ebola again, 2014?
Yep.
Yeah. So how
You know
about
what's
how about
gonna-
MERS disease?
Frankincense and MERS?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I was. We got the second best to Jesus coming in, by the way, with Cecil.
Yeah.
And how about the old swine flu? Remember that one?
Yep.
Anyone die?
Well, maybe. Did
Maybe
they?
like 14.
Yeah.
How about avian flu or whatever the hell it was called?
No.
Don't even know what that is. We're fine. How
Is that the bird flu?
How about SARS?
Yes, I do remember that. That was back like in early 2000s. And that was when the masks were a thing. Like, everyone would put those masks on first.
Well, see, I always thought that dentists had a virus all the time.
Like, wait, why am I in this office? He's sick, clearly. Why,
all-
let me get out of here.
They have all of these viruses. So all of those were in an election year, by the way. So SARS 2004, avian 2008, swine 2010, MERS 2012, Ebola 2014, Zika 2016, Ebola again 2018, and now coronavirus 2020. Ooh, also, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 8 for 8 on beating them. Well, 7. I'm 7 for 7 because Corona hasn't gotten to me yet, or it's not even passed through. But I'm about to be 8 for 8. 100%.
Come on.
I'm beating these benches.
I'm gonna feel real bad if this video doesn't age well and everyone dies and this is the end of it. Actually, I won't care.
Well,
I'll be dead.
Yeah, we'll be dead, and we tried to warn you.
Yeah. We tried to warn you. It's terrifying.
Hey, it's not.
This is
It's
scary.
not terrifying.
Yeah, and so
It's fine. Wash your hands.
I do. So I am not always a conspiracy person, but I definitely think that the whole election year thing, I think that's a pretty real thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Thanks,
to
China.
scare you into, I don't know what the purpose of it is, but
Trump's like, hey, guys, I started this virus, and I'm going to kill it. Vote for me again. I don't know. Does he do that?
I don't.
How long has he
probably-
been in? Has
No,
he
he
been
does
in?
this. He goes,
Oh, right.
from huge to
Huge
medium,
to mid.
huge to mid.
Isn't that the racist thing?
Everyone says
Somehow.
this is not white power. People made that up on Reddit. This is not. I did this in a picture. I was doing like the down low, like, hey, you gotta hit your nose. But I wiped it.
Okay.
So, but I had someone who I used to work with.
Jesus.
At,
Sorry, by the way.
At CBS Radio. She was a sales lady. Didn't really know her that well. And she commented on my picture and she said, wow, this is 2020. That's the white supremacist symbol. And you know what I did? I blocked it because I don't have time for that mess. You know that's not what I was doing. It's a game.
That's what I mean.
No, okay.
I'm
well,
just
of
kidding.
course it's
No.
I mean, so yeah. So Corona's gonna kill us, and it's all good.
We're all gonna
If this
die.
is the way you die, everyone's gonna die eventually. You know, let's just go ahead and speed this baby up.
Yep. Sorry. See you later. I'll get you a card. I'll buy you a going away card for death.
Going away to
Yeah,
heaven
I'll just,
or hell.
Well,
wherever.
I won't be there. Also, yeah. So I saw that people were like saying, you know what? You know what? I'm going to start washing my hands every day. And I'm like, were you not doing that before? Like, I don't ever wash my body, but my hands I'll wash in my downstairs parts.
Oh,
My knees, feet,
yeah.
genitals. That's it.
Speaking of washing your hands, we were at Buffalo Wild Wings the other day.
Oh, that time I was invited.
And you were invited. You were there because I didn't want to go by myself, and you were here. So I was like, well, I guess. Do you want to come? I mean, I don't want to sit there by myself. So.
You having a good time?
So we were sitting there. We were actually waiting for our buddy Greg, which R.I.P.
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
Baby. We were sitting there waiting, and I had to go to the restroom. And as I was going to the restroom, I saw this guy, and he was coming out of the restroom, and he was doing this, and he was rubbing his hands together. It's like, oh, hey, he just got done washing his hands. But then I go into the restroom, and he was the only person in the restroom, and the urinal had just been flushed. He did not, and the sink was not on, and the sink was one of those you put your hands in front, gesturing whatever. And so I was like, "There's no
way you washed your hands, sir. This does not fool a detective private eye like Colton Petty."
And how I know that that's what you did is I've done that plenty of times before. I've gone to the restroom and I walk out and I forget to wash my hands, or I just don't wash my hands, and then
Corona wasn't a thing.
Someone sees me as I'm walking out, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, hey, my hands are still," and I'm like wiping them off on me, like and now they're dry because finally.
I used to do this instead of like wiping, and then I just flew away.
Air dry. So
yeah, there's no way you wash your hands, nasty sir. But I like the fact that he went like this to be like, you know what? Maybe I can trick a dummy like Colton Pettyjohn.
Yeah.
He knew it was him.
Yeah.
But no,
one of my buddies,
you gross.
One of my buddies who I know, who we will mention later in this podcast, and we'll give him a shout out to his music, doesn't wash his hands at all. Like he never washes. Anytime he goes to the bathroom, he never washes his hands.
I lived with him.
And he does. He will every once in a while use Germex. So sorry, I just outed you, but
Dylan Hemley.
Dylan. He does not like to watch.
Honestly, like we're at 52 minutes here. I don't know if we can get I can make this one really quick, number 2, and then we'll go to the shout outs and then.
Sure.
Guys, this has been a great podcast. We had Cecil
awesome.
Pippy. We had Cecil Pettypet. I used to call.
That, by the way.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.
Did you wash your hands? Wait.
Oh,
okay.
No.
So I used to call him Baldy Flat Scalp. As you saw.
So good.
Or solar panel, or
you can clearly see where I get it from, and that's why I wear this hat.
Metal plate. I used to call him that.
Metal plate.
I used to call him Home on the Range because they were on a plane of. I didn't call him any of these.
I was like, I haven't heard that.
So speaking of fathers, my father is not here at this moment. He is alive. I wasn't gonna do the. Father Bolden, you know what? I'm going to show him this one because this was appropriate. Dad, thank you for watching the first one. Please do not watch,
don't watch the
1
rest.
through 9. I think this is number 10.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, you're 28.
Just don't. I mean, yeah, but he
doesn't. He does not want to see that.
Out of respect for Father Bolden, just watch this one, okay? I said genitals, and he probably went, "Oh, Just kidding. I said hell in front of him one time, and I
love you, Patrick.
I said it. I was like, oh, I was like, what the hell? And I went. And I looked at him real quick, and he didn't say anything. I think I was like 26, so I think it was fine at this point. But anyway, I used to get, and I know you may not believe this, but I used to get in trouble a lot back in the day. And I know I'm the most perfect angel you've ever seen / looked at or heard, but I did do things when I was younger that were not things that I should have been doing. So one of them, and this is the one that happened all the time. I used to get grounded all the time because... You know what? I just thought schoolwork was optional. I didn't want to turn it in. Yeah. Zeros are zeros, man. As long as I get a C or a D, right? You pass. Is it a D? As long as you don't F, right?
Yeah.
As long as you don't get F'd or get an F in a class.
In the class.
Right.
I don't even know. Did they have D's in? They did in college, but they didn't have it in. I don't think they.
Oh, right. It was A, B, C,
F.
No, there were D's, right? Because D's was like anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. I got most of the lower letters, and so. There was a point where I was probably grounded every other 6 weeks of school. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I was grounded all the time.
Yeah.
And since I was grounded so much, if I did other things, my dad couldn't ground me from anything else. So he started, one day I pissed him off so much. I don't remember exactly the day, but I remember when it happened, like kind of the area. I was 12 or 13 or 14. That narrows it down.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
I was like
or 18.
I was like 1 to 18 or something. And I was grounded already. Took my skateboard away. Was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a skater. I was shredded.
Skater, dude.
And I was already grounded. And I probably talked back to him. I don't know if you believe that, but I used to talk back to my father. And he got so mad,
Did you
so
interrupt him
flustered.
Too?
Probably. All the time. But I don't do that to anyone else.
No.
And so I was yelling at him. I wasn't yelling, but I probably just got back. I probably said something snappy back to him, as I do, because I do.
Snappy.
And he goes, push-ups now. 2 push-ups. 10 push-ups right now. And I was like, no. And he goes, do you want to make it 20? And I was like, no. And then immediately lost all of it. I was like, no. And so I did 10. And that started becoming a thing. I started to have to do push-ups as punishment because of my stupid little idiotic mouth would say things inappropriate, I'm sure, or just talk back, like in a tone, like say like, ask me what I did, what I did at school.
So what did you do at school today?
No. You know, I'd give him one of those.
That's so teenage. I'm not saying it's good, but that is such a teenager response. Like I used to talk like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. And so
Leave me alone.
if I hit him with that, he'd go, watch it.
Watch it.
And then he'd go, do you want to do push-ups? And I would do, like, do you want to do push-ups?
I could see you like a dog with your ears
Yeah, I
down.
was like,
oh, no.
and then I would have to go. I would have to say, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. The same thing with my brother. My brother didn't have to do nearly as many push-ups because he was perfect. But my dad would go, push-ups. I'm sorry. That's what he'd say too. Excuse me.
Push-ups?
Yeah. How was your day? I don't know. Gosh. And he'd be like, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Push-ups. And I'd go, no. And he goes, no, what? And I'd be like, no, sir. And they'd be like, I'm sorry. And I'd be like, no, sir. And then I'd go to my room and hit drums all night. So that's what you get, Dad. That's why he got me an electronic drum set, because I kept him up all night for the acoustic set. But anyway, I always thought that was a funny story because my dad made me do push-ups. And look at these cannons.
See, so I was actually talking to my sister about this because she has kids and they talk about their discipline. And one of the things that I'm a little nervous about doing with my own kids once I have them is stuff like making push-ups a punishment, because I believe in, I believe in physical activity and I think it's good for you and all that kind of stuff. And I would be afraid of making them think exercise is punishment which exercise should be a good thing.
That's why I don't exercise. Look at this.
That's the reason.
Dad, you're the reason I'm a fat guy now. I'm not even really that fat. Although Greg and Colton call me that. I'm the fat guy of the house.
Also, one more thing. I know someone, I won't mention their name, but they have a kid who really enjoys playing video games and staying inside all the time.
Nerd.
And so
who would do that?
When they are wanting to punish this person, every once in a while, they will say, it's not good enough just to take away the Switch or the PlayStation or whatever it is.
Oh, I thought you meant Switch that they hit.
No, they play on that.
Oh,
little,
yeah.
So
Switch.
what they'll do, sometimes that's not good enough. And so they'll say, okay, we're going to make you go outside and you're going to have to play outside in the backyard.
And they're no!
So he'll go out in the backyard and for 30 minutes, his punishment is to go outside in the backyard and play. And they will check in on him and he will be standing upright in the same position, not moving, not doing anything for 30 minutes, just stand there.
So just standing there like...
It's like, well, you're outside. You might as well... Because he likes, make believe, and he likes pretending that he's a superhero or whatever. But he gets put outside, and so go outside. And like as a kid, I used to do that all the time. I would run around and like punch things and pretend to fly and all this kind of stuff. But
jumped off a house once, didn't work.
You imagine being so upset that you have to play outside that you just stand there. That's so good,
dude. There's still even days where like when I'm playing games, which is every single day. Sorry, Dad, don't watch this part. That when Greg and I go and play hockey, I'm like, this is awesome. Like as a kid, I would have gone crazy for that, and I did. I used to go out and play all the time. Yeah, and did push-ups when I got in trouble.
Yeah, dude, I used to ride. used to ride bikes around. The summer was the best because we would ride around the neighborhood. When I lived in the middle of town on 5th Street, we would ride our bikes all over. We would go to the gas station and grab, Sour Patch Kids or Sour Straws. Those were my favorite.
Is that where you would drink alcohol also?
No. Oh. But I would get those
did your bike
big...
not start?
I would get those big dill pickles. And did you ever get that pickle juice or
Lucas?
Yes.
Yeah.
We put the Lucas on there. Oh, that tastes so good. I loved it.
Lucas is so overrated.
Hey.
It's salt. Hey.
It's
hey. Lucas isn't that's stupid. No. That's dumb.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about something else that's stupid, and that's Dylan Himley.
No!
No, I'm just kidding. I love the guy.
We love you.
So we talked about his music one time in another podcast.
Just a little bit.
But now that we're doing, and this is probably a name that's not going to stick, but Our Local Loves.
Oh,
Something like that.
no, I local love that. Yes,
Oh.
I do. Come on.
But our local loves, our friends that are doing local things, whether it's business or it's you're singing or making music or whatever, we want to shout you out. And so we figured now that we made that an official segment, we will
the local love.
shout you out.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's good. You
like
want to know
that.
what I came up with?
What's that?
Creator Corner.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Stupid.
No, it's not
Local
bad.
love is so nice because we're so negative all the time. We got to be positive.
Shouting out that local love. So
Yeah.
Dylan is he's his own band, or he's not a band, but he's his own artist, and his name is Himley. His music, Himley. We'll post that at HEMMLE. And
very
we've been blessed enough to be able to perform with him.
Bless
you play
up.
Drew plays the drums.
This is how I do it?
Taylor Woodson and I are his hype men, so we just jump around on stage and we're his
T. Woody?
backup vocals or whatever. And his music is phenomenal. It's
Very good.
So good. I sometimes get depressed that he doesn't follow it as like pursue it harder.
Also, make more music, please.
Yeah,
Thank
he never makes music, and when he does, he hardly ever releases it. And I'm like, dude, he's got several songs that he's sitting on right now that he hasn't released, but he has a Spotify, he has Apple Music, he has
SoundCloud is there.
he has a couple of songs on YouTube, and
Yeah, there's a video for Mississippi Whiskey.
really good video.
So I can't even really describe. Got it. I can't even really describe the style of music because you can listen to Castles of Sand and then listen to Mississippi Whiskey, and it's two different styles. But
Or Awakening.
Awakening, exactly. There's just it's a wide variety, and there's only one song that he's made that I was like, and I told him, I was like, Dylan, this one's not my favorite. And then he freaking hits me with the Stranger Things sounding song. What is it? What does he call it? I don't remember what he called it.
He changed the name recently to something else. So
Anyway,
I don't know.
yeah, I'll maybe I'll play some, or I'll just send a link. So Hemley is our buddy Dylan Hemley, so his last name, and we are fortunate enough to know him. He's our best friends. He's like a brother to us.
Love him.
And his wife was actually the first local love that we shouted out. And yeah, so we'll post the links here. And I'll spell them right.
And I just real quick want to say, and I feel like I always get serious, but Dylan, I really want to thank you for you've been there for me, and your music. I'm not gonna lie. What's the Mississippi Whiskey Rye? Or Mississippi Whiskey. Well, I always forget the name.
It's Rye.
That song has really helped me out a lot. There was one time where I was on the way to his house. We were doing band practice, and I listened to that song, and I was in a very emotional state, and I just bawled my eyes out to one line. There was one line that he says in there, and I just lost it. And so, Dylan, your music is inspiring, not just to me, but I've heard many other people that I've showed it to. They love it.
I love it. I love it, except for that one song.
That one. And I really think that he's very unique, and he has a talent for writing. He's really good at writing, and I honestly think that if he pursued it, he could definitely go somewhere with it. So I hope that you continue to pursue it on the side. I know you got a little one coming, so you're probably not going to be able to do a whole lot of that.
Don't make him do push-ups.
Work, so
yeah, don't make him do push-ups. Or do. I mean, I'm jacked now. Let me have this.
Hey, you are jacked.
Thank you.
In your own right.
Okay, yeah, and again, so that he was kind of, we just like to do personal shout-outs. People who have shared the podcast, posted it, texted us on how much they hated it, how they'd rather get Corona than listen. That was one from my mother.
Directly, yeah.
Just kidding.
She actually sent that in a group text to both of us, so that was cool.
Yeah. And she said, I don't know if you know this, but Cecil also hates you. I'm like, huh?
Oh, by the way, we probably should go spend time with him, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's fine. He'll get over it. But yeah, real quick, last episode, he didn't really get a proper shout out. We just made fun of him.
So he texted me, or he messaged me on Instagram, and our buddy Greg Johnson was like, I get a shout out, and it's by talking about Winter Guard. Are you freaking kidding me? And I laughed, and I was like, "Hey, you're listening.
Yeah, at least
thanks for listening, man."
And that's what we need to do. Just like throw names in there. We think that people, when they say they listen,
oh
we'll
yeah,
throw
you
in
listen.
there.
We'll watch this.
We'll watch this.
I'm gonna talk crap about you, and then you can come at me like, "Dude,
yeah, what? At least you listen. We love
Yeah,
you. And then we'll make up for it by saying, Greg, you're handsome. We love you.
We love you.
Well,
And I'm so proud of you.
yeah.
You know, he's doing some cool things with his career. So that's dope, dude.
Didn't get me tickets yet, but that's cool.
It's all good.
And then next,
We'll shout you out one day.
yeah. Well, you'll be the local love, and you'll get us tickets. Thank you. The next one, it's two people, and they're in love, and I'm jealous of their love because he was stolen from us, Colton.
Yeah, I was about to say he's very attractive. I don't know if I've ever seen her. I assume that she must be gorgeous because of how attractive he is.
Nope, she's stolen from me, so I'm pissed. Anyway, the two people who want to shout out is Nick Horning.
Love you.
Hick Norning, my boy, and then Mo Katz. But her name is Morgan Ketterling, but I call her Mo Katz because that's her Instagram tag. And you stole my husband from us.
Yeah. So and you live in like Utah or something.
Yeah.
Move closer to Texas.
Yeah. Stop being Mormon. Do you have to be Mormon to live there?
I don't think so.
I think you have to. Hey, this is for Nick. Soaking.
I don't know what that
no
means.
one else.
But I can
he'll
imagine.
He'll understand.
I mean, yeah, that's great.
And then my last shout out is my girl Cigars. What up, Crystal? Thank you for
love you.
Yeah. Colton loves you. Know Cole Teasy.
I've met her a couple times, right?
I think she stalked you. Yeah.
No, I think we actually met. Or maybe I just stalk her Facebook and Instagram so much that I think we met, but we haven't. And
have you done that? Have you ever stalked someone so much you're like, yeah, we hung out? I think
so.
Have
I
you
think
guys
this
met?
is the case.
I think this is it. But Crystal, love you, dude. What? Yeah, I think you have. If not, Crystal,
let's hang out sometime.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Do you have anyone
you
off
can
the
come
top?
out to our house so that's my favorite.
What's your work? I'm gonna find your work address and post that. Tell them exactly what.
I don't really care. Well, actually, I do care. Don't come there.
Bring Corona.
I probably have someone, but I didn't write it down, so I don't remember. Actually, your friends are the ones that watch the podcast. None of my friends actually listen or watch. So thanks for not watching, and you won't see this because you're not watching.
I was about to say,
I love that my friends suck, and his friends are the ones that are keeping us afloat. So cool.
See, this is what you get for not drinking until you're 21. You get friends. You make lifelong friends.
Oh. I should not drink anymore.
Colton, you shouldn't have drank. Cecil, you shouldn't have been such a bad influence. And there's nothing you can say because you're not in here anymore.
And one thing to end us on, and I just want to say this.
Okay.
I love you all. And a word of advice, don't buy someone underwear for their birthday. It's never a good idea.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't care if there's Star Wars or if there's, the Jetsons or whatever these kids watch these days. I don't know what.
The Jetsons? Come on, you could have done better than that. The Jetsons sucked even when I watched it. I didn't even watch it.
I did. Man, that one chick with the red hair, someone told me that she had red hair.
Oh, the robot? Yeah.
She was hot.
She was hot.
It wasn't the robot.
Butler? I'm not into robots or anything, if that's what. Oh, Leroy Jenkins.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't get Corona.
Don't get Corona. Don't get Ebola.
And don't buy a Corona.
Come on, you can have them. They're still good. Just drink it. Just don't drink and drive, Colton. Or you can say your battery's dead or it wouldn't start.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. Kiss her to your mister.
Love you guys.
What was the one I said? I don't know. I like
it. You like to get the last word. Every time I say something, you're like, and then sister for your fister, and then.
This is my last word because Colton walked away from this one.